Hey friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. So in today's class, we learn all about Reclined Bound Angle Pose or Reclined Cobbler's Pose. Say that one 5 times fast. So this is a really yummy and restorative posture that can really help both the mind and the body soften and relax. For today's class, please bring along with you a blanket, it's right over here, or a bolster, a pillow, as well as 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books, just so that way we can invite a little bit more ease in the posture. All right, let's get started. Okay friends, come on down to the ground. We are going to explore this posture without the props, but then in the second part of this, we are going to be integrating the props into the mix. So let's just begin by sending our legs out long in front of us. Use your hands to move the fleshy parts of your bum off to the side, so that way you can really feel your sit bones connecting to the earth. Let's bring one foot in, followed by the other, connecting our feet together. The knees go wide. So in terms of the distance between your heels as well as your body, feel free to take up space. They don't have to be like, ooh, all the way up here. They can definitely be further away from the body. Find whatever feels nice for you. Now let's swim our hands back and behind us. Take a moment to loop your shoulders to open up through the chest. You can imagine that you are on a beach, lounging in the sun. And now let's make our way down to our forearms. Take your time, checking it out here. And then eventually we make our way all the way down to our backs. Wonderful. And when you arrive there, send your arms out. So your arms are at a diagonal to your body, palms facing up towards the sky. Fingertips can curl in and relax. Tuck in your chin slightly, creating some length in the back of the neck. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a lift in your chest, feel free to snuggle your shoulder blades under the back body, creating a little bit more space between the ears and your shoulders. The low back, you may notice, may be a little bit lifted away from the mat. That is perfectly fine. And then in terms of the lower half of our body, feel free to make any adjustments with the legs, with the feet that you see necessary. So maybe you bring the heels a little bit closer, or maybe even a little bit further away from the body. The legs will be lifted away from the earth. And we're going to use our breath here as a tool to help us find more ease in this pose. Feeling your body soften and perhaps even relax into the mat. Feel free to close your eyes. We are here for 3 breath cycles. Okay, open up your eyes if they were closed. Use your hands and we're going to guide our knees together. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself maybe a little bit of a hug. And then let's rock on over to one side, nice and slow. Use your bottom hand as a pillow, and the top hand will be used to help us come back to a seated position. Okay, so that was the posture without using any props. Now let's integrate some items. All right, First thing first, fold up a blanket. And for the blanket, you'll want it to be roughly from the length of your tailbone all the way up to where your neck starts. So you want it to be nice and long. You can also use a bolster here if you have one. So this will be supporting our spine. This, our pillow, will be supporting the head. And the blocks or the books, whatever you brought to the practice with you, you can also use couch cushions. That's another good one. But these will be supporting the legs down here. So really raising the earth up to meet us. So keep these close by, which I'm just gonna leave mine right there. There we go. All right, so we're gonna get into this pose the exact same way that we did when we first started our practice, by sending the legs out long, bringing one foot in at a time, connecting the feet, stamping them nice and together, the knees go wide, swim your hands back and behind you, loop your shoulders to encourage that lift in the heart space. Come on down to the forearms. And then make your way on down to the ground. Woo, oh my goodness. Oh, that feels so good on my head. So, anyways, before I get too zenned out on you, our tailbone, we want our tailbone to kind of spill off of the bolster or the blanket. So that way the rest of our spine is nice and supported and lifted. We're going to use our blocks or our books or whatever you brought to the practice. Place them underneath the legs. I like to kind of scooch mine up towards my bum. So find a good place for them to rest. Oh, send the hands out on an angle to your body. Palms towards the ceiling, fingers curling in. Tuck in your chin slightly. Feel free to close your eyes here. Keep the breath flowing. Find areas to soften, relax. Maybe even take this time to do a full body scan. I like to carry, not that I like to carry, but I do carry a lot of tension in my jaw. So I like to create a little bit of space between my teeth, part my lips to help encourage my jaw to relax. And typically when I do this action, it actually helps other areas of my face to relax. So we are here for 5 breath cycles. All right, once you have done 5, you can open up your eyes. I also just want to extend an invitation. Feel free to stay here if you would like. If you would like to stay here longer, if you're finding this really relaxing, feel free to do so. But if you are going to come out of the posture, remove your items, place them off to the side so that way we don't accidentally roll on top of them. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Just remember that you are lifted up a little bit higher, so just be mindful when you rock over to one side. So rocking over to one side. You can actually use your pillow as a pillow. Who would have thought? Use your top hand to lift you up. And we make our way back to a seated position on our mat. Okay, my friends, well, I really hope that you found this practice useful. Also, feel free to let me know how this practice went for you in the comment section down below. Feel free to tell me whether or not you liked this posture with the props or without the props, and maybe even why. Because, I'm curious, okay? I just want to hear from you. Anyways, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Yoga with Rachel, as it is the best way to stay connected and to support free yoga content. Hit that like button if you enjoy this practice, and please share this video with someone that you believe may want to explore this pose. Thank you so very much for taking the time to join me here today. I appreciate you. Take good care and bye for now.